Buying a house, worst investment you'll ever make in your entire life.
Tell me more about that.
Saving money at the bank is just for the banks. Like, I hate on those things, so I'm gonna tell people. So the house is it's a trap, man.
Yeah.
I was doing an interview the other night on an NBC channel, and they said the guy from Remax, the president of Remax, was talking about how a house is a good investment. I'm like, bro, Nick, how can you keep telling people this? It's one of the worst investments in the history of mankind.
Yeah.
Your audience is going to hate this message.
No, I mean, I had the same discussion. Like, my mom's like, yeah, Randy, you should buy a house. You buy a house. And I'm like, first of all, I'm moving.
Dude, you want your mobility.
Come on, man.
You want mobility. You want to be able to move. I want to be able to move around the locations. I don't need some address 2223 to identify me.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're much better off having the mobility, saying every 12 or 14 months, if they're not treating me right, I'll just get out of here.
Exactly.
Boom, move to the next place.
Yeah.
Now, people are going to say, like, oh, rent's expensive. Yeah, okay. So what? So what? Whole Foods is expensive.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, the gym's expensive. Like, what's that got to do with going to the hospital is expensive? You don't go buy a hospital just because a room's expensive.
Well, why is it a bad investment?
Because what happens in a house is, first of all, if you just do the math, 12%, the broker fees going in are 6 and going out are 6. So now you're going to make 12%. So let's say you paid $1 million for a house, or 500, whatever the number is. Average house here is 576. So 576 is what you paid. Now you need 12% for broker fees. You need another, let's say you keep the house 10 years.
Okay.
You need 10% in maintenance fees. It's 1% a year in maintenance fees. It's about 2% in property taxes every year. That's 20%. 2 times 10 is 20. And it's probably 7% to the bank, so that's 70%. Total those up, it's 112%. So $576,000 home will have to be sold for $1.2 million in 10 years. You're not going to sell it for that.
Just to break even.
To break even.
Break even.
Dead money.
Yeah.
And you had to put $100,000 down to do this deal.
And that's why I said the opportunity cost.
Yeah. Like there's, boom, it's insanity.
Yeah.
But the banks are going to tell you it's good. Why? Because the Bank of America made 70% on your deal. The brokers made 12%. The maintenance people made 10%. And property taxes, that's what you fund every year. Even when you pay your home off, you'll still have to pay this 2%. This will go on forever. So a house is just not a good investment when you compare it to stocks, even commodities, or
your own business, right?
Or your own business, or invest in yourself.
I mean,
or, hey, rather than buying one house where you live, rent where you live, and take that $100,000 and go buy a piece of real estate where other people live. So you can keep accumulating these over here. Like, I love real estate.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know, I own $4 billion worth of real estate.
Yeah.
So I love it. I just don't need to own a home on the way up. I need to own assets that pay me on the way up.
Yeah.
And once I have enough cash flow from the assets paying me, then if I want to go buy a house or a watch or a car, I buy it out of the passive income.
Right. All out of the passive income.
And I'm going to show you guys all this. I'll map this whole thing out over 5 days.
That's incredible that you're doing this, because you don't hear information like this. Everybody.
Well, they're serving a master. Bank of America's buying their ads. Big Pharma's buying the ads. Colleges are buying the ads. All these guys are in cahoots, man. They're all playing the same game together. If we could educate people, indoctrinate them in high school and then college, then we'll move them to the house program. They'll borrow money from the Bank of America. And then if they can get some money, more money, then they'll have a little retirement account that funds Wall Street. This is a big game, bro. It's a big Ponzi scheme. The biggest Ponzi scheme on planet Earth is government USA. It's a damn corporation.
And the Unbreakable Challenge is we're teaching people how to get out of it.
How to get out of this thing, man.